Let me throw you another one because people talk about, well, the dollar isn't worth what it used to be. Well, that's kind of true in some ways and kind of others. If you look at what's called the DXY index, and I'll let you explain that. If you go back to the late 70s, which everybody agrees was pretty dismal economic times, right? Through today, there's actually a bit of a circadian rhythm to the dollar cycles. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. For example, late 70s up through 81, we know there was equities undervalued. Then it goes up. Then it goes down in the early 90s. Then you have the tech bubble. It goes back up. Then it goes back down after that, 2008, 2009. You have another thing of equities being undervalued because we came out of a recession period. Now it's gone back up to the new tech bubble and AI and all that. Now we have tariffs and things like that. There's actually a bit of a circadian rhythm to this thing that just trucks along. You're an economist. You explain to folks that like ups and downs in and of themselves are not bad. The news cycle covers them as bad, but this is actually kind of par for the course on how it's going. And if you start screwing with that circadian rhythm, a lot of times you wind up a lot worse off than you started.
Yeah, you're trying to stop something that's a natural market impulse, right? And it's trying to pull itself back. Think of it as reversion to the mean, right? So let's take a wide view. And I think, Andrew, that's a great. I'm glad you pointed out DXY, which is just an index of sort of the dollar sort of purchasing power. Um, back in 1988, I'm sorry, the value of the dollar is on par, purchasing wise, with the value today, which is kind of weird. You might think that index is not quite right. I mean, it's accounting for inflation, those other things. Um, so these things do range, right? They go up and they go down, and they largely go up and they go down for things that are well outside of our control, right? They go up and down based on what's happening in other countries, the demand for our products, their products, what's happening in our economy, right? We went through a period where manufacturing was leaving America, right? There was a point where businesses, it was cost effective for them to move production overseas. Now we're in an environment, not just the US, but other countries too, where there's more of they're wanting to move back because of supply chain risks and interruption risks that are now sort of out there that weren't really present back in the day, right? There's also risks of what happens when you offshore your industrial capacity. Like, I'll do an example because everyone loves to rag on Elon right now. Tesla opened up a factory in China for the what was at the time cheap labor and cheap facilities. The biggest electric car maker today that's getting all the press is BYD, a Chinese electric car maker. It's very interesting to note that they were able to start producing electric cars faster, cheaper, easier. After Tesla, it is probably the case that there was a little bit of industrial espionage going there, right? Or just what we see with companies all the time, like with OpenAI and Facebook, right? Pilfering talent that knows how the other business work and bringing those good ideas they had for that business into the new business, right?